President, fellow Toastmasters and guests, 2 cases of murder has been discovered in the Sheraton Hotel. The first victim was discovered by cleaners last Monday at 10:15 p.m. And the gruesome thing was his feet had been brutally ripped off. The body was then abandoned and left to die. I managed to recover the body, or what was left of it anyway. The second victim was found in a waste paper basket just an hour ago. His once pure, soft, and virgin body has now been stained by some unknown foreign material. Would you like to examine the victim? Forensic analysis suggests that these 2 victims were immigrants from Indonesia, which was once covered by large rainforests. The demand for paper is causing rampant deforestation throughout the country. Has anyone driven or taken a bus across Johor in Malaysia? Many hands. Johor is very big, right? So imagine Indonesia is losing forests the size of Johor every year. And after they clear-cut the forests, some of the land is replanted with fast-growing trees. These trees can be later used for paper, but despite the rapid expansion of such plantations, it is still not enough to keep up with the demand, and many natural forests are still destroyed. Why is that so? Even the fast-growing trees take 7 years to reach maturity. 7 years. The serviette goes from virgin to trash in 3 seconds. Our program sheet. 7 years to create the paper for 3 hours of useful lifespan. Would you work 70 years of your life and then enjoy your retirement for only 30 hours? The way we are using paper in such a pace, how much forest will we be leaving behind for our future generations? I would like to share a story. It's a true story about Easter Island. Easter Island is famous for its stone statues. When Europeans first arrived in the 18th century, they also noticed something strange. The land was barren and devoid of any trees, as it is now. They couldn't have imagined that initially the lands were actually very fertile, and this allowed an advanced civilization to flourish. But as the population grew, people started to cut down more and more trees, until finally the last tree was chopped down. When the last tree fell, people could not make any more boats to go out to fish. When the last tree fell, there were no more tree roots to cling to the soil, and the rains washed away the fertile topsoil. When the last tree fell, there was no more wood to burn for fuel, and people had to grab grass to burn. As the food supplies dwindled, people started to fight each other for what remained, and even had to resort to cannibalism. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who do not like the taste of human meat, you have the chance today to change our destiny. The thing is, Toastmasters, every meeting prints 80 program sheets for us to look through the program as well as to vote. Now, I'd like to suggest an alternative. what if at the start of every meeting, we project the program on the big screen, the Toastmaster of the evening can quickly run through the program for everyone's benefit. And as for the voting, we actually have this paper cutter, so it only takes a few minutes and some rough paper to create these strips of paper for everyone to use for voting. You can still print out program sheets for the appointment holders and those who really need a physical copy. So let's say we print 20 program sheets. Every meeting we will still save 60 sheets of paper. And if 1 year we have 40 meetings, we can save 2,400 sheets of paper. How much is that? Wow. That's one whole box full of paper. Now, I've discussed this with the EXCO, but we feel that we need your support to make this decision. Acting President, could you come up to count the votes? So now is the time for the referendum. Now is the time for you to decide, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If you feel that we should remain with the status quo and print the 80 program sheets every meeting, please stay seated. But on the other hand, if you feel that our club should be a model for sustainability, if you feel that our club should save paper and save the forest for our future generations, I invite you to stand up and applaud as loudly as
I will never look at a piece of paper the same way. Hello.